Hi everybody, Henry here reporting in from the Northern French Alps again, where the theme is remote triggering. Remote triggering because of a fragile snowpack that is now underneath anywhere from 20 centimeters of snow to a meter of new snow, and in many places several times that because of the wind. So fragile snowpack in the Northern French Alps because of the very cold temperatures that we've had, especially over the last few days, but especially cold, clear weather in the last couple weeks, which is the dominant kind of weather that we've had over the last couple weeks, which isn't the case now. You can see there's all kinds of fresh snow around here in the department of Savoie. Update on the actual amounts of snow that we got in the three departments of the Northern French Alps. So the Isère, where you have places like Alpe d'Huez, 20 to 40 centimeters of fresh snow in the last couple days. Savoie, where you have places like Tignes, Val d'Isère, Les Arcs, La Plagne, Three Valleys, etc. There has been 40 to 60 centimeters of fresh snow. And then in Haute-Savoie, where you have places like the Porte de Soleil areas and Chamonix, there has been 70 to 90 centimeters of fresh snow, all of that with lots of wind blowing around. So as I said just a moment ago, you can have many times that in some places that are protected from the wind. The most important thing, as I pointed out at the beginning of this broadcast, is the fragile snowpack that we've had because of cold temperatures and the risk of remote triggering. Remote triggering is when you trigger an avalanche from one place and it actually releases anywhere from 20 to 30 meters above you to maybe hundreds of meters above you. And the reason that's an issue right now is because of a fragile snowpack. The unconsolidated layers made up of what we call faceted grains of snow is extremely susceptible to propagating. Propagating meaning going out over a long distance. So not only can it go up above you quite a long ways, but at a very wide distance as well. And that is usually the difference between a danger rating of 3 and a danger rating of 4 is the risk of the chance of remote triggering. Sometimes I call it distance triggering because in French they call it déclenchement à distance. And that difference in the definitions of danger rating 3 and 4 is usually pretty clear. But what I've noticed is in Savoie, for example, even in the places where the danger rating of 3, where there's a danger rating of 3, they're saying a remote triggering is a possibility. So in most of the Isère department, where we got less snow, the 20 to 40 centimeters, there's a danger rating of 3 in most of those areas of the Isère department. Savoie, 4 in some places, and 3 in others, but always a danger of remote triggering. Haute-Savoie, where you had up to, in some places, close to a meter of snow, fresh snow in the last couple of days. It's a danger rating of 4 in the entire department. And again, in Savoie, 40 to 60 centimeters of fresh snow, where you can see it's still snowing. So that is the main thing, and I want to thank starting with Météo France's Director of Avalanche Forecasting in Savoie, Thierry Arnaud, who last night at a talk in Val d'Isère underlined the fact that this remote triggering is an issue, a real danger for people going out onto the off-piste, especially even if you're on 20-degree slopes. If you have slopes steeper than 30 degrees above you, that you could trigger them from below on the usually more safer slopes below. So he really emphasized that due to the weak layer that's built up because of cold temperatures in the last couple weeks. So that's Thierry Arnaud from Météo France. I've also spoken quite a bit with Alex van Herwijnijn from the SLF Davos Avalanche Research Center, whose comments such as when it's cold, like -20 at 2,000 meters, and actually just a reminder to everybody, all of the accumulations and everything I'm talking about is for approximately 2,000 meters throughout the Northern French Alps. So Alex's point was that when it's very cold, -20 at 2,000, 2,500 meters, for example, it happens very, very fast that the snowpack turns into a very fragile state. That's Alex van Herwijnijn and the SLF in Davos, and the many instructors, ski patrol, and mountain guides that I have spoken to have given me the feedback that has helped me to do these updates, especially this time around. You heard some blasting going on out there. Those guys are really brave, setting off, controlling avalanches so we can open the ski resort, and our hearts go out to the 2 pisteurs who in Morillon were killed by the actual blast itself yesterday. So in sum, remote triggering is the issue for all of us. It's a big, big danger. All of the experts are saying that because we can it's a real trap. We can get lured into that. It can seem pretty stable on the lower slope angles, but if there's big, steep slopes above, very high danger of remote triggering. That's the thing we've got to really watch out for here in the Northern French Alps, as opposed to Austria and Germany, where it's there's not an issue of remote triggering. It's just the big accumulations and the direct avalanche risk due to avalanches during and just after a storm. Here, the danger is going to persist well after this storm, and especially tomorrow, Tuesday, when it clears up, and we're going to be tempted to go out onto some really nice slopes with some really good skiing. So have fun, be safe out there. See you soon back here on Henry's Avalanche Talk, where safety is freedom.